Auto Glass Perfection is locally owned and operated and a proud sponsor of the Arizona Lacrosse League. For over 15 years, Auto Glass Perfection's passion is glass. Their focus is on your satisfaction and safety. Call 602-953-7876, or you can go to their website for more at agperfection.com. And we're coming to you from Grand Canyon University. It's APN's Encore Gamecast. And tonight, presented by the Arizona Lacrosse League, it's the 2014 All-Star matchup. White versus blue on a very warm night for Arizona High School lacrosse. Dan Lannon on the left, state championship coach. Frankie Armenta in the middle. There's Bill Casey from the Glendale Vipers. A lot of the coaches out here supporting tonight's event, including Cliff Krause, longtime coach and administrator over for the Corona del Sol Aztecs. As you get a look at some of the players on that championship team, Pavlina, Abadesa over there, Kukulis. And you talk about some of the great players we're going to see here from the senior class. I think one of the great things about Arizona lacrosse at the high school level is Chuck Rulin out of Sabina, who had a great season. They finished third overall. They had an 11-game win streak at one point. There's Kevin Krieger, the coach of Salpointe, who struggled early but withstood some great injuries to their team and ended up in the Final Four as the two teams come out towards midfield. But I'll tell you, I think one of the bright spots of Arizona high school lacrosse is the fact that we've got some tremendous sophomore players in it. Of course, we had a chance to bring you the game of the week throughout the season, and we saw a lot of great underclassmen and particularly a lot of great sophomores. My name is Jeff Lowry with APM Video Sports. We'll be back with the action in just a moment. The excitement of Arizona high school lacrosse is addictive. The Arizona Lacrosse League invites you to watch, support, and play lacrosse. It's one of the fastest growing sports, and the action and excitement will keep you coming back. To join a team in your area or to find out about a game in your area, go to ArizonaLacrosseLeague.com. Grand Canyon University over by right around Camelback and 35th Avenue here in the Valley of the Sun. 24 on the left, Lance Pavlina. He was one of the stars in that championship game and truly the premier or one of the premier face-off players in the state. And he's going up against Rustin Crawford, who did the job well this year for Gilbert. So we're ready to go. It's the 2014 Arizona Lacrosse League All-Star Game, and this game is underway. So a ground ball picked up there by Jason King, who truly had a sensational year for Desert Vista. They finished 17-0, and a week ago from last night was crowned the state champions when they defeated the great Brophy Broncos in a very convincing victory for Coach Dan Lannon's team. They got Kukulis out there along with King and Abadesa, Vargas. You saw Pavlina in there. And so Desert Vista well represented here by the white team. It's the white versus the blue, and we're just underway, no score. Here's Kukulis going to work, and a nice-looking pass. Tried to hook up with his teammate Votto on the far side, and another ground ball picked up by Jason King. No score, first quarter action. Game time temperature 101 degrees. A very warm day here for this 7:30 start time on this May 17th, Saturday night at Grand Canyon University. Votto, and a good battle on the far side, and it will retain, the white will retain possession here as we are better than a minute into the contest. Well, one thing I've got to let everybody know, the rosters that we have in terms of the names matching the numbers or vice versa, however you want to look at it, they do not match, and I understand that some of the players even changed as we got our first goal of the contest, and that's Mitch Framboni out of Mountain Point. Outstanding player, outstanding football player. With 10:09 left to go here in the first, Mitch Framboni draws first blood and gives the white team an early 1-0 lead. But we'll do the best that we can with the information that we've got. Here's the second face-off of the game, and the white has won both of them. So a couple of face-off wins to start things off. White lead at 1-0. Chaparral's Charles Felix, we are assuming, is number 9. Has checked into the lineup here for the white all-star team. You talk about the season that we just had as Felix trying to create and had a good pass. He had a man out front, but good blue defense broke that play up. And both teams trying to corral the ball near midfield. But you talk about the situation that we had this year in the Arizona Lacrosse League. You had
number 29, Chandler Ogberger.
As Chandler Ogberger actually came up with that eventual ground ball, and a good job by the Blue All-Star team. And a nice little takeaway there. Ogberger again, and then the ground ball picked up there by J.R. Hunt out of Chandler, as he tried to race into the attack box on the other end. The Blue All-Stars, this is the first time they've had possession this far into enemy territory. The goalie, I do believe that is Alex Larson out of Chaparral, the 2-time All-American, the premier goalie in the state of Arizona, though you would remember that Alex ended up playing a lot of attack in the second half of the season. Here's a good look, and it looked like Alex may have got a piece of that one. So the score remains white 1, blue nothing. But talking about the season, I think it was a great year for Arizona Lacrosse, and I mentioned at the top of the broadcast how many of the underclassmen, so many sophomores, going to the different venues weekend, maybe several times during a week this year, and covering the entire league, and I just saw a lot of great underclassmen this year, especially out of the sophomore group, and I think the league is going to be looking very good here in the future. Well, they're going to, on an unforced turnover, give this back over to the white All-Stars, who lead at 1-0, as Mitch Framboni out of Mountain Point, the Pride, scored at the 10:09 mark here in the first quarter. 1-0 white into the attack box, and right now the scoreboard is going haywire. They do not stop play, and now they are going to stop play. The scoreboard adjustments, and it looks like we've lost the time on our scoreboard. So a 1-0 lead for the white. Abadessa, the leading scorer this year. Nice pass out front, and that got broken up. The West looking good defensively, even though they gave up an early goal 2 minutes into the contest. We're in the first quarter. We're watching the Arizona Lacrosse League All-Star Game here on APN Sports. Don't forget to give us a call in the off-season and let APN provide video coverage of your team. Videotapes are essential for recruiting. You need good quality game film, call APN Video. Go to apnvideo.com for more. 1-0 lead for the white. We're in quarter number 1. Garrett Howell, one of the all-time leading scorers in the league, and he tried to go in. He got triple teamed. He got knocked down. That's a nice takeaway for the white All-Stars. And now Larson will try to clear it out of his own end. Nice fake there. He got one of those great sophomores, and I think perhaps the most lethal offensive weapon of all underclassmen, in number 17, and Jacob Patterson out of Corona del Sol High School. But what a season for Sabino this year. Sal Point, we were talking about Kevin Krieger. I'll tell you, along with probably Frankie Armenta. I know Dan Lannon had to win the Coach of the Year. I mean, they had such a magical year. But when you look past what Desert Vista did and you see what Gilbert did with Frankie Armenta, I mean, that was an intense team. They had a great season. And I think Kevin Krieger also, you got to give him a couple of stars this year because of the fact that, you know, they were kind of beat up there at the middle part of the season. We covered their game against Corona. Did not have a good showing there, but they finished the season strong, got into the playoffs, riding I think they had a 5-game win streak going into the semifinals. They made it all the way to the semifinals. Hit a buzzsaw, of course, with Desert Vista, but I think every team in the state can say they ran into that buzzsaw once or twice. And certainly a team as Patterson tried to do a wraparound, a backbreaker there, but missed the goal. That keeps it at a 1-0 ball game here in the first quarter. Working out of X is the blue team. Shot taken, and Larson comes up with the loose ball, and he's going to race out of his own end. 1-0 lead for the White, looking for more as they lead it up ahead, and that one is going to be out of bounds, out of play. Could not save it. Should be White possession here. 3 minutes left to go here in the opening quarter. Nice little ride here, and the right-handed shot is going to be denied on the other end. So the blue all-star team will race into their offensive half. J.R. Hunt, number 12, shaking and baking. The long stick midfielder took the shot, and it's going to be played out of bounds, and it will be Blue All-Stars here in quarter number 1 in possession. But getting back to South Point, great job of kind of recovering from a mid-season lull and going all the way to the Final Four. And Boulder Creek, a great job by the entire staff up there. They had a very nice season. Started the year by beating Chaparral, and they were a playoff team. The Notre Dame Saints had an outstanding record this year. And so it was a great season for Arizona High School lacrosse as they continue to grow and try to push this game to the young people. You know, you got to get that stick into the hands of these kids when they are younger. There is another behind-the-back shot, and Abadessa couldn't get that one to go. Picks up the ground ball and now races in, centering pass. And nobody was home, but Votto on the loose ball picks up the ground ball and puts it into the back of the net, and it's 2-0. Votto scores with 2 minutes left to go here in the opening quarter, and it's 2-0 in favor of the White All-Stars. All right, here's a face-off, and that is the third of the game, and all of them have been won by the White. That was Pavlina again. Get it out front, and Dunbar with a big right. The slide came too late, and he's found the promised land, and the White have bolted out to a 3-0 lead. Dunbar scores out of Catalina Foothills. So a 3-0 White lead here. That comes with 4 minutes left to go here, opening quarter of play. And now the Blue All-Stars getting it into the attack box and setting up on their 6-on-6. So a 3-0 lead. Fraboni, Votto, and Dunbar have all struck gold here in the first quarter of this All-Star game. Again, a reminder that our rosters, some of these numbers do not match the name, so bear with us, and we'll do the best we can. That one, boy, that big shot, and really giving up the body. I mean, literally threw his body into that. Boy, what a job by Mark Babick out of Sabino, another all-state competitor. I mean, he gave up his body to prevent that shot from even getting anywhere near Alex Larson in goal. SaberCats had an 11-game win streak, second longest in the state this year at one time. Of course, Desert Vista going 17-0. Has the longest win streak here in Arizona at 17. Earlier in the year, Brophy was in pursuit of the all-time record, which is 49 consecutive wins by the Chaparral Firebirds between the years of 2004-2007. Outstanding ground ball there. And another Desert Vista player. And I think that's Cade Van Raphorst. Shot taken as Larson came out and defended the shot and left an empty goal as it sailed over the pipes. And that will keep the game at 3-0 White as Blue is in possession. And Grand Canyon University, we're in the first quarter. 3 minutes left to go here in the opening quarter. It has been all White All-Stars so far. Now they're going to try to work it out of X. Chris Schaefer, 13, another Desert Vista Thunder. Actually, 29. Not sure who 29. Let's see if I can identify that helmet. Because he made a sensational play on a shot earlier. Gray defending that time, 15 for the White. So the Blues settling in, trying to get on the board for the first time this evening. Scored 2 minutes into the contest for Boney out of Mountain Point, 1-0. And Votto and Dunbar as Larson comes up with another save. We've had 3 face-off wins for the White, and now they're looking to add on to a 3-0 lead here in the first quarter. 2 minutes left to go. Abadessa flashing out front. And they'll work it out on the wings. Back up to Ryan Kukulis. Be heading out to Bellarmine College in Kentucky. Wish him the best of luck. We're seeing a lot of Arizona lacrosse players heading on to 4-year schools as this game continues to grow out here. There's Vargas out of Desert Vista. Back over to his teammate Kukulis. Back over to Vargas, all-state competitor, midfielder. A lot of physicality he brings to the field. They tried to scoop that one up into the cage, and in back of X. Good job on the in line was Abadessa to keep it alive. Fraboni took the shot. It was contested. Good play and good swarming defense by the West. We're down to the final minute of play here in quarter number 1. White with the ball, in possession of a 3-0 lead. That ball may have gotten stuck in the webbing and now eventually picked up by the West. And then Kukulis pries it loose, but the West able to get a big ground ball, and here they come on a buildup as they get it into the attack box and now take the shot, and it is going to be saved by Larson again. Well, he's looked impressive back there. Of course, remember, he had played a lot at attack, especially the second half of the year, and down on the other end is Ryan Kukulis with the big left. And just like that, it is now 4-0 in favor of the White. Well, Kukulis, who had he was the recipient of our big play of the week earlier in the year. That got a lot of hits on social media. Here's a nice ride. Here's a left hand, and a great save there by the Blue goalie, number 32. That's Gilbert Alec Gastany. So we're down to the final 15 seconds left to play here in quarter number 1. And the blue unable to keep it in play. And this should conclude quarter number one. Will they take the final shot? They will not. It has been all white All-Stars. As we head to the second, it's the white 4 and the blue All-Stars nothing. We'll return on APN Sports in just a moment. Auto Glass Perfection is locally owned and operated and a proud sponsor of the Arizona Lacrosse League. For over 15 years, Auto Glass Perfection's passion is glass. Their focus is on your satisfaction and safety. Call 602-953-7876, or you can go to their website for more at agperfection.com. Well, just a reminder as you get a look at an outstanding crowd here in attendance at Grand Canyon University as we welcome you back into the 2014 Arizona Lacrosse League All-Star Game. But coming up at halftime, well, those players that achieved either first or second team, honorable mention, all state honors will be honored at halftime. So you'll want to stick around for that. We're ready for the second half. Another white face-off possession win, and the second quarter of this game is underway. The white in possession. They lead it by a score of 4-0, and taking the opening face-off and going all the way in for the score is the white, and they lead it 5-0. So Boulder Creek's Cody Esri scores coming off the opening face-off to start quarter number 2, and just 17 seconds into the quarter, the White All-Stars have bolted out in front to a 5-0 lead. And it looks like the Blue may actually get one here. No, they do not. Finally corralled and then thrown away. Well, Brad Nordstrom, who is in now at goalie, one of the top goalies in the state of Arizona. Alex Larson probably considered the best, considering a two-time All-American. And you got Brad Nordstrom. Those two have dominated in goal in the state of Arizona over the last 3 seasons. So a 5-0 lead for the White. You're watching the 2014 AZ Lax All-Star Game. And Nordstrom with a save and a ground ball pickup by the Blue. And they try to clear it out of their own end, and a good job that time. Blue needs to get on the board here. Really haven't had the opportunities on offense to warrant a lot of goals being scored here, but let's see if they can break the ice here. Alex Larson, a tough nut to crack. We mentioned the two-time All-American is in goal here for the White. He pitched a shutout in the first. He has it right now and gets the quick outlet. Good job. All the way up to Dunbar, who scored one of the 4 goals in the first quarter by the White All-Star team. Nordstrom ground ball, has it in the corner pocket and quickly gets it out. 5 different White All-Star players have scored in this game, including Fraboni, Votto, Dunbar, Kukulis out of Desert Vista, and Esri, outstanding player out of Boulder Creek. The Jags had an outstanding season this year. And now the White is back on the attack and looking to take the shot, and not sure where that one was heading. Jason King got a lot of air on that one. Well, they say the hotter it gets in Arizona, the more the ball will travel, and this is being one of the hottest days of the year, at least I believe it is. They said that yesterday the high was 102 degrees, and today it was supposed to get up to 104. Well, not a bad idea that time, but this one's going to sail out of bounds, and it will be Blue All-Star possession here, trailing 5-0 to the White All-Stars. 2014 Arizona Lacrosse League All-Star Game, presented by APN Video Sports and our Encore Gamecast. You can go and watch all of our weekly games at apnvideo.com on our Arizona Lacrosse League page, and we'll probably keep that up the rest of this year. I'm Jeff Lowry with APN Sports. Well, the White got out to the early 1-0 lead. Then it was a defensive struggle for quite a while, and then they scored 3 times. The White did, kind of latter stages of that first quarter, and then got one more here in the second, lead at 5-0. Well, a good battle on an unsettled ball. And it's picked up by the Blue. I believe that might be Spencer Stanton. Again, we do not have a roster that is matching all the names and numbers together correctly, so bear with us. And out of play, possession White. The White in command here, Colton Lloyd, number 9, and a nice job as he feeds it to his teammate, and it is now 6-0. And that teammate is his longtime teammate at Sabino, Brad Moeller, number 7. So Moeller, I don't know if you give Colton, would you give Colton an assist on that play? We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. So here in the second quarter, a 6-0 lead for the White. And there's Pavlina on the right. Outstanding face-off, and, well, he does it again. I guess he's going to be a Fogo on that one. Get it over to his Desert Vista teammate King, who flips it over, and another Desert Vista player, and Ryan Kukulis. Fraboni comes in on the fly and takes the pass. 6-0 White. We're in the second quarter. Tried to pass it inside. Nordstrom leaves the crease and picks up the ground ball. Out of Brophy, he won a state championship with the Broncos in 2012, 2013. He is one of the few in the state of Arizona as a goalie to go to 3 state championships in his career. Here's a shot, and a sliding save that time by the Brophy goalie, Brad Nordstrom. Gets it all the way down to the other end. And the White wants to corral it, and they do. 6-0 lead, White All-Stars. Larson. So Vargas with the clear. Steps into the attack box. Now sidesteps a defender, and now looking to score. Picked up there defensively by number 14. Good job there. I think that could possibly Andre Morrow. You thought maybe going into this game, this was going to be a much higher scoring game, but both teams are, the teams are actually playing pretty tough defense, especially when you settle in on the 6-on-6. I guess it's been somewhat of a high-scoring game, at least for the White. They put up 6 points through a quarter and a half of lacrosse action here, high school lacrosse action. We're coming to you from Grand Canyon University near the intersection of 35th Avenue and Camelback. We're slightly on the west side of town. Here's a shot, hit the pipe, and it was a crease violation, and Nordstrom will clear it out here for the Blue All-Stars, who trail it 6-0. Second quarter action. 102 degrees, our game time temperature. It's a warm one. Actually, it has dropped down quite a bit. We're in the 90s now, but when we started, it was still about 101, 102 degrees. Well, Larson just getting molested on that one. Did not get a whistle. And now Patterson, the sophomore out of Corona, taking a shot as he falls down. And I'll tell you what, this is a kid I think is going to be all-state year in and year out if he stays healthy and stays true to his game. Well, that's Lance Pavlina in possession, and he'll try to clear it up ahead. 6-0 White, looking for more. Colton Lloyd, number 9. They lose it. And then Lloyd out front tries to corral it, having a tough time. It's a hot potato. Notice that both Sal Point, Sabino playing on this White team. You got Mountain Point, Desert Vista, Chaparral, Boulder Creek. You got some pretty good programs here. Garrett Palmer represents the lone Hamilton Husky in this game. Andrew Fairfield who put up a lot of points. In fact, I believe is the all-time leading scorer in Horizon Husky history. That one goes all the way to the crease and corralled nicely by Nordstrom, though that did not look like a shot on goal. Blue needs to get on the board here. Put a couple of unanswered goals in here before we go to the halftime. And a nice clear, but then it looked like Lloyd may have stripped that one away just as the man in possession got over that halfway line. Now Patterson, whose older brother is one of the most prolific scorers of all time, and he takes a shot, and that's just good, solid defense down inside. Cade Van Raphorst, the Defensive Player of the Year in 2014 in the Arizona Lacrosse League out of Desert Vista. The undefeated Thunder went 17-0 and won the state title. Here's a nice clear. This is Chaparral's Charlie Felix, who is a junior, and boy, I'll tell you, a guy that Ian Gray is hoping will be one of those guys that can put up 60, 70, 80 points next year. And Chaparral's going to need it. They need to get their offense going if they're going to return to anywhere where they used to be. Taking a shot and tried to bounce feed that one. Couldn't get that one to go. That might have been Mark Capron, if I'm not mistaken. And this time they break through and they get the score, and it's Patterson. So the blue is on the board for the first time here in quarter number 2. And that'll make it a 6-1 ball game. So Patterson scores here in the second quarter. Second leading score for Corona.
Zachary Joseph for blue, number 13, Ryan Alley.
And now Zach Joseph, one of the heart and soul players of that Sabino Sabercat team that had an 11-game win streak, won their first 11 games of the season. Probably the best athlete on the team, outstanding all-around athlete. Here's a shot taken, and Nordstrom somehow got the face of his cross on that shot and was able to deflect it away. That's a tremendous save by the Brophy goalie. So the blue will try to clear it. Ben Colin out of Desert Mountain may have thrown that one away as 17 has it. And now the White All-Stars trying to get back the goal that they just gave up. I've been Stephen Powers. 17 got a big ground ball there for the White. They lead by 5. Three minutes left to play here in the first half. We're in the second quarter. Zach Joseph. Had a chance to talk to that young man after they defeated Sabino on one of our game casts about a month ago down in the old Pueblo at Sabino High School. Here's an excellent ground ball. Jones, good job getting it over to Patterson. Look at Fraboni on the, no, that's number 7 on the defense. And that was Christopher Sullivan doing a great job there. I'm getting Sal Point and Mountain Point's helmets kind of confused, similar colors. And it's picked up there, and there he is again, Zach Joseph. So the White in possession, not only of the ball, but of a 5-goal lead here. Joseph takes the left, and that shot was thwarted out front before it even came close to the crease. And now the Blue All-Stars will try to cut it to a 4-point deficit. Now J.R. Hunt. And he'll give it up, and there's Jacob Patterson going top shelf out of Corona del Sol High School, and the sophomore for the second time in quarter number 2 has whizzed one by the goalie and into the back of the net. So that cuts the lead to 4. This is the first 2 points of the game here for the Blue All-Stars, and Patterson has both of them. Comes with 2.5 minutes left to play here in the first half. So the White All-Stars in possession, scoring the first 6 goals of the game, but the Blue have stormed back with 2 unanswered goals, and if they can play a little defense, get a quick goal, they can put themselves right back into the ball game. Nordstrom corrals for the Blue. Larson still in at goal for the White All-Stars. Nice looking pass there, but I think somebody got a stick on that one, and they disrupt that play. And the Blue All-Stars will come out of X on the restart. They trail 6-2 inside of 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. 2014 AZ Lax League All-Star Game from Grand Canyon University in Phoenix. In our encore game cast. Nice looking move there, but good job. Nice slide there by Pavlina, and now the pass is intercepted by Pavlina. He'll bring it across the halfway line. He's looking for an outlet and may take the shot, and well, that was an egg if it was. I think that was actually a pass. And Nordstrom comes racing out of his crease area and gets it into the offensive half. West with a chance to cut this lead in half, and Larson, you can see why he is the best. Well, that was at point-blank range, and the concentration, the eyes were on that ball all the way, and he comes up with a very impressive save here for the White All-Stars, who lead at 6-2. Remember, coming up at halftime, the All-State honorees will be mentioned and honored. Ben Jones, the league president, and Bill Casey will be doing the honors here for the Arizona Lacrosse League. So a lot of kids will be getting plaques or certificates. Not sure what they're giving out at halftime in honor of the all-state teams. And I'm not sure if they're doing honorable mention or just second and first team. So, but nonetheless, stay with us for that. That's a special time. Give these kids that have worked so hard and been so dedicated to the cause. And, of course, the Offensive Player of the Year will be announced. That is going to be Anthony Abadessa, undoubtedly the top scorer, playing for the best team, and just a magical year for that Desert Vista squad, and Abadessa was a big part of it. Defensive Player of the Year is going to Cade Van Raphorst, and the Coach of the Year, Dan Lannon. Well, that's going to do it for us here in the first half of play. A 6-2 lead for the White All-Stars, and we'll be back with our halftime in just a moment. Auto Glass Perfection is locally owned and operated and a proud sponsor of the Arizona Lacrosse League. For over 15 years, Auto Glass Perfection's passion is glass. Their focus is on your satisfaction and safety. Call 602-953-7876, or you can go to their website for more at agperfection.com.
All-State. These players were mentioned on at least 50% of the coaches' ballots. First at midfield from Desert Vista, Jason King. Also from Desert Vista at defense, Christopher Schaefer. And from Sabino, defenseman Mark Babbitt. Now the second team All-State as voted on by the coaches. At attack from Sabino, Brad Moeller. At attack from Horizon, Andrew Fairfield. At attack from Brophy, Jake Gelfie. At attack, also from Brophy, Braden Gagne. Second team All-State midfield, from Brophy, Eric Fishman. From Brophy, Daniel Young Miller. From Gilbert, Andre Morrow. And also from Gilbert, Gavin Christ. Second team All-State defense. From Desert Mountain, Ben Collin. From Chandler, J.R. Hunt. From Chaparral, Justin Gray. And from Notre Dame Prep, Jack Clark. Second team All-State goaltenders. First from Desert Vista, Brad Hokum. And from Gilbert, Alec Gastany. Now the first team All-State, as voted on by the coaches. At attack from Desert Vista, Anthony Abadessa. From Corona del Sol, Garrett Howell. From Corona del Sol, Jacob Patterson. From Desert Vista, Stephen Votto. First team All-State midfield. From Mountain Point, Mitchell Fraboni. From Sabino, Zachary Joseph. From Desert Vista, Rafael Vargas. And from Desert Vista, Ryan Kukulis. First team All-State defense. From Desert Vista, Cade Van Rapport. From Desert Vista, Lance Pavlina. From Brophy, Will Swift. From Brophy, Pat Barlow. And now the first team All-State goalies. From Brophy, Bradley Nordstrom. From Chaparral, Alex Larson. That is your first team All-Arizona for 2014. We have individual awards. First, the Offensive Player of the Year for 2014 from Desert Vista senior attackman Anthony Abadessa. And the Defensive Player of the Year for 2014 from Desert Vista junior defenseman Cade Van Raphorst. And the Coach of the Year for 2014 from Desert Vista, Dan Lannon. And the award for Outstanding Sportsmanship for 2014, it's a team award. This year it goes to the Gilbert Tigers. First, from Brophy, senior goaltender Brad Nordstrom. Second, from Desert Vista, senior attackman Anthony Abadessa. And from Desert Vista, junior defenseman Cade Van Raphorst. From Corral, the final All-American for 2014, from Desert Vista, Lance Pavlina. Thank you. We will begin with the second half in a couple of minutes.
Reserve your next sporting event today with APM Video Sports. Call 623-936-5585 or go to our website at apmvideo.com. Our athlete recruitment films have paved the way to over $35 million in scholarship offers. Today's game is being brought to you by the Arizona Lacrosse League and our Encore Gamecast. Go to ArizonaLacrosseLeague.com for more. Defensive Player of the Year, Cade Van Raphorst on the left, flanked by Mitch Fraboni, who scored the game's first goal and is a first-team All-Stater. As we get set for the second half of this game, our halftime score as we go into the third, 6-2 White. Now the White will be led by Brad Hookham from the state champion Desert Vista Thunder, number 27 in goal.
Justin Crawford from Gilbert.
So it'll be Justin Gray along with Rustin Crawford, Gray representing Chaparral, Crawford representing Gilbert on the right, Gray on the left, and the second half of this 2014 All-Star game is underway. Crawford with an impressive face-off win. And he'll get it up to Morrow. Morrow with a big hand and the dodge and the shot, and it's good.
Goal.
Andre Morrow comes out and strikes quickly, and the Blue All-Stars have cut the deficit to 3 at 6-3. So it was the face-off possession win for Crawford that led to that last score. And this time the White come up with it. And this is Gray going to work, swimming through the blue defense and finding the back of the cage. Long stick midi out of Chaparral. Justin Gray has just scored, and it's now 7-3 in favor of the White All-Stars. That was impressive. They'll face off again, and Lance Pavlina. Now, I don't know if all the stats are completely updated, but I would say that Pavlina, I know that there were a couple of other players that had big years, but I don't know if there is a better face-off man in the state of Arizona. If you want to argue with me, go right ahead. Than Lance Pavlina. And his teammate Abadessa goes bottom shelf. And they have scored 2 quick goals after allowing their 6-0 lead to dwindle down to 6-3. So now it is an 8-3 lead for the White All-Stars. Face-off possession victory for the Blue. They quickly get it into the attack box. You're not seeing too many penalties called here. A couple of pushes maybe in that first half. Officials letting these two teams play, and it hasn't been a rough game. Though I would say that of all the All-Star games I've been to here in Arizona, that I think this has been probably, in terms of intensity, I would say from a defensive side, this has been probably one of the best. Usually this is a high-scoring game, and it's kind of like the NBA All-Star game where, the defense is kind of lax, and I'm sure it is a little bit here, no pun intended on that, as the shot deflects out, and the White looking for a build-up here and racing out of the defensive end, looking to attack, tried to do a wraparound pass, couldn't get it to go, loose ball down the near corner pocket. And the unsettled ball you see number 3 in there trying to get it. That's Abadessa. We're seeing some physical play here, and a good job by the Blue All-Stars coming up with the possession. So the Blues settle in 6-on-6. Good, strong defense by the White, and number 30, Cade Van Raphorst. Had a big championship game last week against Brophy. They told me 8 ground balls unofficially. And Cade comes up with a loose ball there, gets it over to Hookham, his goalie. And now an unforced error on Hookham's pass, and it gives it back to the West. They need a point. They trail 8-3. The largest lead of the game has been White's 6-0 lead. Then they led 6-3, and they've scored the last 2 goals to make it 8-3. Scores by Chaparral's Gray and Desert Vista's Abadessa. Abadessa finished the all-time leader in points, passing Jeff Stroop, and we think that also Garrett Howe passed Jeff Stroop too. High shot gets by, and that's another goal.
From Chandler, Ryan Ellie.
So Kelly scores out of Chandler, and it is now an 8-4 contest as the team who just scored still trails by 4. And they get another face-off win. They've won a majority of those here in the second half. Jeff Lowry with you out of APN Video Sports. Good job, Schaefer, with the interception from Desert Vista. Nice ride, getting it out of danger and getting it into the offensive half. A 8-3 lead, White in possession. Working from right of the crease. Now the White out of X. Good looking opportunity there. Number 6 taking the shot. Couldn't get that one to go. Excellent save over there. I guess we're going to see Alex Larson play a little attack in this game after doing a fine job in the first half in goal for the White All-Stars. We lead it by a score of 8-4. They take the shot here, and a nice job on scooping up that rebound. And here comes the White All-Stars. Trying to attack from the right side. Vargas, and it was deflected by the goaltender, and that is Alec Gastany. Number 32 for the Blue All-Stars, who still trail 8-4. White in possession. Abadessa going to work. Takes a shot and blast is one through. A blistering shot into the back of the cage. And it is now 9-4 as Abba has scored his second in a row. The leading scorer, all-time leading scorer in Arizona Lacrosse League history. Now Fishman out of Brophy, winning the face-off and getting it deep inside the offensive half. I'll tell you, that was a great play there by Eric Fishman, who led the Brophy Broncos in ground balls this year. And as I always say, he does so many of the intangibles, things that just don't show up on a score sheet or a box score. Did that ball go in? No, it got stuck, and that's the second game in a row that Hookham, the Desert Vista goalie on the state championship team, has had a potential shot or a shot on goal go and get stuck into his face mask. It happened in the championship game a week from this Friday against the Brophy Broncos, and it happens again here in the 2014 Arizona Lacrosse League All-Star Game. Good defense, breaking that one up. Here's the dodge, and still in possession. No, White has it still. And now the Blue trying to gain possession, and they will. Excellent job by the long stick midi. And they'll get it quickly up ahead into the attack box. They had the numbers. Well, actually, the White got back pretty well on defense that time. And the White All-Stars lead by 5. With a 9-4 lead, we're in quarter number 3. 2014 All-Star Game, Arizona Lacrosse League. What a nice two-man game there. Tried to hook up with number 22, Alex Bull, I believe, of the Vipers. And again, I apologize, but the rosters and a lot of these numbers do not jive. So stay with us, give us a little break there. As Garrett Howell found Patterson out front. That was a great look, and I'm shocked that Patterson, the sophomore who made it first team All-State, had a great year, and this shot, no good. Good job by Alec Gastany out of the Gilbert Tigers. Did a fine job deflecting that potential goal out of the danger zone. And now the White All-Stars will try to regroup. A good, strong defense by the Blue. Check that Blue in possession. I don't know why I keep wanting to call the Blue All-Stars the West All-Stars. Usually you have East, West, or North, South. Look at Alec Gastany, and he tried to take a shot as he was getting a shot from Charles Felix. Blue All-Stars possession. Third quarter action. They trail 9-4. Van Rapport supplying the tough defense. Long stick defender. He pried that one away. Jacob Patterson. Corona. A beautiful shot. Wow. How many players in this state have you seen make a one-handed swirling shot like that? And Patterson has his third, and I'll tell you what, and I've said this a couple of times, and I'm not showing any favoritism, but when I saw Patterson play for the first time against Boulder Creek and then the next week against Sal Point, I said, I'll tell you what, I put him up there with any offensive player in the state. I don't care if he's a sophomore, I don't care if he's in 8th grade, whatever. He is truly an outstanding. And I'll tell you, to validate what I said on a couple of our broadcasts, they named him first team All-State. He had a great year, 63 goals. And you got to remember, he's playing alongside Garrett Howe, who had 93 points this year. 9-5 lead for the White. Here is Ryan Kukulis. And now Vargas coming in on the fly. Out front, straight ahead. Looking to dodge. Nice move. Big left. Bottom feed shot. And that will extend the lead here in quarter number 3 to 10-5 in favor of the White All-Stars. So it looks like Rustin Crawford on the right out of Gilbert. Lance Pavlina for Desert Vista on the left. Crawford on the right, I should say. And the White getting the face-off possession, and now they battle for it, and here comes the blue. Patterson with the takeaway. Outstanding job by the sophomore. So our score is now 10-5, White All-Stars. Patterson, good pass, and he had number 5 home, and at point-blank range couldn't handle the pass. Van Raphorst up towards midfield. We're coming up to the end of quarter number 3. Andre Morrow out of Gilbert. Shot after the pass by his teammate Rustin Crawford. And the Blue All-Stars now down to about 30 seconds left to go here in the first half. That's off the pipe. It ricochets out towards midfield. 15 seconds. Morrow takes the shot, and that's going to take us to the end of quarter number 3. We're heading to the 4th. It's the Arizona Lacrosse League All-Star Game. And so far, it's been all White. Frankie Armenta looking on. 10-4 as Chuck Rulin and his White All-Stars lead it. Grand Canyon University, kind enough to host the 2014 ALL All-Star Game, the Arizona Lacrosse League. 10-5 lead for the White. And a nice job on the face-off. Well, the Blue has done a better job here in the second half. As the Blue try to come up with a first shot on goal here in the 4th, and unable to really get a good look there. What a play, Blue possession. Again, just a reminder that we've had a couple of uniform changes, and we've also do not have an accurate roster. So again, we appreciate your patience and doing the best I can with what I was given. So nonetheless, you're getting some good visuals here from Grand Canyon University, and we're just glad you could join us for this 2014 Arizona Lacrosse League All-Star Game. Nice job there by Ryan Kukulis as he breaks up what looked like a high-scoring, a high percentage scoring possibility there for the Blue. J.R. Hunt had that one broken up, and now the White trying to go up by 7. It would be their largest lead of the contest. We were told Alex Larson, the two-time All-American goalie, is going to be in there playing some attack, representing the Chaparral Firebirds, who have the most state championships in the history of this league. In fact, the victory by Desert Vista in this year's state championship game 8 days ago, as that shot high and wide, no good. White will stay in possession. they become only the third team to win multiple championships in the state of Arizona because of the dominance of Chaparral and Brophy. Nice little swim move there, but Abadessa had it broken up. Good job by the Blue. Of course, we got a good trivia question here. As this ground ball is picked up by Fishman. And Fishman with the long stick, midfielder here in this all-star game. Big year with the Brophy Broncos, had an outstanding career. In fact, I think was on the varsity team 3 years along with Jake Gelfie. 10-5 lead here for the White All-Stars as they put it into the attack box and looking for more. Now the trivia question now, Desert Vista became only the third team in league history to win more than one championship. Chaparral with 7 is the most in league history. Brophy with 5 championships is second. DV has 2. Can you name the only other 2 teams to win a championship in this league? You have to go all the way back to 2001 and 2003. I'll give you the answer to that before we close out our all-star coverage here. This is Gagne. Brady Gagne, he will stay in as he gives it up here to the Blue. Here's thought he was going to dodge, tried to give it up to Gagne. Loose ball and picked up by number 25. Good job there. Well, the White All-Stars got out to a 4-0 first quarter lead. Led 6-0 at one point. And Jacob Patterson out of Corona had a couple of goals in the latter part of the second quarter to cut it to a 6-2 halftime lead. The Blue came out and took the first goal of the second half, got it to within 6-3. But then the White started flexing their muscles again, got it back up to a 6-goal lead at 10-4. Patterson, the only player with multi-goals here. The second player with multi-goals. Abadessa has 2. This shot's not even close. And our score right now, 10-5 here in the fourth quarter of play. It's the 2014 Arizona Lacrosse League All-Star Game, presented to you by APM Video Sports. You know, we've talked so much about what Desert Vista, they had a magical year, 17-0, Dan Lannon's team. And just a chance for us to congratulate Dan. I've known Dan since he started, got the head coaching job in his 6th year. He's already like the 4th or 5th winningest coach in league history. And they did. They had a great year. You got to tip your cap to them. But, you know, some of the other teams, and Brophy, I know Brophy's goal is to win it every year, but they still had a very strong season, 15-2. Sabino was 13-3. Sal Point, who made the Final Four, they were 11-4. It was another outstanding coaching performance by Frankie Armenta over there at Gilbert. They were 12-4. Mountain Point, Coach Noble, came back as head coach this year of the Pride after somewhat of a hiatus. He went down to their lower levels trying to develop the team from the bottom up. Came back as head coach this year, and what a fine season for the Pride. They finished 11-5. A lot of credit goes to Notre Dame. They had a great season. Maybe they didn't have the strongest schedule of some of the teams that we've already mentioned, but they finished 12-4. Something definitely to build on over there. Corona del Sol, who had lost Garrett Howe to a big injury early in the year, their leading scorer, the second leading scorer in terms of points this year, Garrett Howe. Lost him early. Probably maybe fortunate that they had Brophy and Desert Vista earlier, or at least Brophy earlier in their schedule. But they finished very strong, 10-6. And I think one of the other great stories in the league this year was Boulder Creek. They went 10-6 this year. Great job up there in Anthem, Arizona. Desert Vista's second team, 9-6 this year. The West Valley Wolves made an impact or an impression on everyone, going 9-6. And a Chandler team, since Dave Henning left that program a few years ago, has had some tough times in dealing with transition. Chandler was always one of the top teams, one of the top 3 or 4 teams. It seemed like year in and year out under Dave Henning, who is the winningest coach in Arizona Lacrosse League history and our PA announcer here today. And the Wolves went 8-6, so they've got something to build on for 2015. So congratulations to all the teams, especially DV, for just a sensational, magical year. And they should be back next year. I know they lose Abadessa. I believe they lose Votto too, but they've got some great players coming back next year. And we'll see Desert Vista. You'll see Brophy up there. What we'd like to see in this league is maybe 3 or 4 more teams like Gilbert and the Sabinos, the Salpoints, the Pride, the Aztecs. Some of those teams step up and become one of those elite teams and give the state, 4, 5, 6 really, really good teams and get us on that national radar. We're in the 4th quarter of this 2014 All-Star Game. I'm Jeff Lowry, APM Video Sports. A 10-5 lead for the White All-Stars. About 3 minutes left to go here. Don't have the official time. The scoreboard, for whatever reason, failed back in the first quarter, and we haven't really had an accurate time up there since then. In fact, the scoreboard missed one of the goals by the white team. So we've got 10-5 as the score here in the 4th quarter. Nice swim move and finding the back of the crease. Good job that time. A sensational diving score. And that's Garrett Howell, who unofficially, that makes it a 10-6 game. The scoreboard is wrong. It is now 10-6 as Howell scores here in quarter number 4. But unofficially, Garrett Howell is the second leading scorer in state history behind Abadessa. And a nice job there by Charles Felix. Now Charlie Felix out of Chaparral, and he is going to be, as I said, Coach Gray over there is going to look for some high scoring out of that junior attackman or midfielder, I should say. I know he's getting some looks from some 4-year schools. This is Vargas. He has scored already, number 21 out of Desert Vista. (10-6) ball game. Vargas looking to pass and thought maybe of dodging out of X. He gives it up. Good, strong defense over there on the far side and scooped out by Nordstrom. He gets the save. They'll quickly get it up ahead. They lose the ball, and now the White trying to gain possession. Jacob Hundley, number 20, out of Sal Point. Shot taken, no good. So here in quarter number 4, the White All-Stars. Big right hit the pipe, and Nordstrom. No save that time. Nice looking shot there by number 8. 10-6 lead White, looking to add an insurance goal here. Excellent ground ball, and then the fine takeaway by the Blue. Excellent defense. Good job by the Blue. So let's see if they can get another point up here. Shot taken, and that is going to be, I believe, the end of regulation. We are out of time, and that's it, the final whistle on our final Arizona Lacrosse League broadcast of 2014. Well, the Blue All-Stars fall to the White All-Stars, and our final score is 10-6. Well, a special thanks goes out to Arizona Lacrosse League President Ben Jones, Damian Larson, Dave Henning, and all the coaches that were here today, including Dan Land and Frankie Armenta, the two guys that put this together, and Chuck Rulin and Kevin Krieger, Bill Casey. This has been a production of the Arizona Lacrosse League Encore Gamecast. I'm Jeff Lowry saying good night from Grand Canyon University.